Hi, my lovely crafty friends. I hope you're all okay. I've just come on because I'm still waiting for my pads to do my stationery boxes. So while I was in town with my daughter today, I went into Wilkinson's, Wilco's, whatever you want to call it, and picked these up, which are just right. Lovely little pads, only tiny little things, 20p each. So I bought 5 packs, 5 of them for the pound, and I thought they'll be ideal to go into the stationery sets. Also, while I was down there, I nipped into the pound shop and picked up this pad of papers. Some nice papers on there. You can see them through the glare. Because after I've done this stationery set, I've got another one to do using the craft card. So I wanted some papers really to go with that. So I picked that up, I saw that, and I thought that's lovely. So I grabbed that, and then I grabbed this one as well because I thought they would go lovely with the craft card. Some funky little patterns in there. And while I was there as well, I saw these 2 pads and I thought they're really pretty. So only being a pound, you know, I couldn't resist, and I thought, well, they would look absolutely lovely on cards and things. So you can see some gorgeous little papers, and as you've only paid £1 for them, you don't really mind like tearing them up and stuff for your. And this was another one that I got in the pound shop as well. Some little pretty papers and bits. So I thought they would be lovely for cards. So I got those and some little pads. And then I picked up this as well from the pound shop. And I thought it would go lovely with the papers and the craft card. So, yep, I've got those. But I just wanted to come on and show you what I was going to do with this stationery box. So as you know, we kind of left it like that. Okay, so you got your envelopes. Let's move you forward a bit. You got your envelopes and your cards there, your standard A2 cards. You've got your 3x3 envelopes and cards there. I've got 6 gift tags there, and then I need my notepad, which I'm going to cover the front of, and I'm going to place this in here, okay, and then I'm going to make a little pocket to go that side to put some stamps in, and I did buy some pens, but the pens that I found, these were only 59p each, and I thought, right, okay, well that's a nice colour with the little strawberries on, a cream one with the strawberries on. I thought they'd go lovely in there, but they're too big. And I also bought a brown one for the craft card one, and they're both going to be too big. So hey ho, not to worry, because I still have some pencils left over in here that I got from the works, and I'm going to use one of those in the bottom of there, but I'm just going to have to cut it down and then sand the edge off quickly and use one of those to go in. Right, so anyway, what I want to do is to cover this. I want it to be in a nice colour, the same as that. That will go with that, really. So I've still got a pile here. I'll just show you. There's still a pile here of all the leftovers, bits and pieces. So I could do that colour, or that one. That would be big enough. Well, that's just the right size, and that's the same as that. So I might use that one. What else have I got here? Let me have a quick look. Oh, I've got this piece here as well. That would probably look lovely on there. go with that. What's on the other side of that? See, decisions, guys. What I might do actually is use that side, because then I haven't got these flowers that are kind of mixing with those ones that are in the box, which is going to look a bit, it's going to clash a little bit. So if I use that end to cover and then that will go nicely with that, I think. So we'll put them 2 bits back. So what I need to do is cut this to size. Now all I'm going to do is line this up neatly with this. Okay. I mark across the top there first. So I need my pencil. And if that lines up nicely there, I'm just going to put a pencil mark there so I know where to cut. And then I need to move this up to the top there. I need to put pencil mark there, but I also need to leave about another 1/2 to 1 inch to just tuck around to the back of the paper pad. So let's get me cut up. So I'm going to, oh, where did I just mark that? So hard to see. I've got some new bulbs to go in my craft room today, but it's still, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be, it's not the right room for light in here, I don't think. So where did I mark that on there? And these papers being dull as they are, you can never see. Right, there it is. So if I go from that mark, I'm going to place that mark at 1 inch, which gives me 1 inch to fold over the top of the pad, like so. Okay, let's just move that out of the way for a second. So what I normally do with these is lay it down and line it up, and then using a little bone folder, or where's my little one gone? Here it is, it's hiding. Just using your bone folder or something nice and flat, just pick the edge of the paper up and I'll just run it across there like that, so I know roughly where it's going to fold to. Okay, and then over the top, just gently, you don't have to do it perfectly at this point. Okay, and I'm going to turn this over, and then we're going to get some glue, and I'm going to cover the whole front of this. Make sure you get right on the edges, because you don't want it sort of peeling up from the underneath at all. I think the glue's getting a bit blocked up again. I'll have to sort that out in a minute. And then just take your paper and very, very carefully line it up with the edge of your pad, just to make sure it goes on nicely and it covers all that front cover piece there. Okay, and then give mine a good push down just to make sure it goes to the edges and it's nice and flat, like so. Just take your finger down the edges like that, make sure you haven't got any excess glue on there. Okay, like so. Just lift it up away from your first piece of paper, just to make sure that you've got all the glue off there. Okay, and then as I said, with this back, now I know it's where it should be. Just hold that down firmly there. Okay, take your bone folder and give that a really good crease on there. Okay, and then I'm going to take a bit more glue. We're going to block this first. I think this room gets so hot with the heating, that's why all the glue in that gets a bit bunged up. And then I'm just going to place a little bit Let's see, it doesn't want to come out now. No, there we go. I think it got a bit bunged up. Okay, and then again, just take the bone folder. As you can see, I've just put a little strip of glue along there so it will stick to the top. And then take my bone folder and I'm just going to push that up against there, like so. Okay, so you've got a nice flat finished edge to it. Again, just mind your edges with the glue. Okay, so you'll have that. So you've got the front and then the top is nice and flat across there. Okay, and then I'm just going to, this little flap that's left here, just do the same with that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue around there, like so. And then taking your bone folder again, just lift the edge up and give that a nice crease against there, and just push it against the back of the notepad. Okay, and then you can lay that down and give that a good push down like so. I've lost my baby wipes again, so excuse me, but I'm just going to use my fingers for a moment. Okay, and I've got my old tatty trousers on anyway that I use when I'm in here, so you'll probably see me do that quite a lot, sort of go like that on my t-shirts or. Okay, so you've got that, and you've got your pad that's got the nice paper on the front, and then what I do, because obviously you want to get a pencil in across the bottom here, is I leave enough room to get the pencil, but obviously I don't want to go right up against that gap. I want to leave a tiny little border, so I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch along the top here and along the side here from where I'm going to stick this down to. Okay, at this point it's entirely up to you. If you want to put something around the back, you know, like a piece of ribbon or something to tie that up with, entirely up to you. You could put a little flap thing down here, or kind of like a piece of card like that, and then you can kind of bring it up and tuck it underneath something that you fixed to the front, just so it keeps that down. I don't normally bother with these, just for the simple fact of it's closed up all the time, so you don't really need the bulkiness of something else on the top there. Might be nice if you just kind of stamped a sentiment on a light piece of card or something, and then you could just put it across the bottom there. I think that would look very nice. But so what I'm going to do is we're going to stick this into a stationery box. So just cover the whole back of the pad, the cardboard bit, with plenty of glue. Okay, and then if I can turn this around your way so you can kind of see what I'm doing, tuck them strings away for a minute, and leaving that 1/8 of an inch gap along the side and along the top, and I'm just going to give that a really, really good push down. And if you want to, you can lift up. Be very careful that you don't lift it up from the paper and rip it all. Just lift it up gently and take your bone folder and give it a really good push down. Okay, like so. So then you'll have that there, which is your pad stuck in. Okay, I might stick something on the front of there in a moment. But what I need to do now is make a little pocket to go on this side. So I'm just going to use my leftovers here, guys, and I'm just going to, now I would like that a slight bit thinner than that, so I'm just going to cut a piece off the edge of there. I'll just take that off the edge of there, line that up. Take that little piece. I think it's a lot better if you just use, you know, like your little scraps of card and things that you've got laying about. Nothing goes to waste, does it? So that's right there. And then what I want to do is, I think I'll do that the same length as the paper pad there. So we need to put a crease in there. Everything's falling over. Just take my bone folder, my scoreboard quickly. Sorry, I'm all over the place with my words and things today. And then score that across there, like so. Okay, and then I'm going to fold that, leave that pushed down. And then I'm going to need to decide where, I think what I'm going to do is cut that to about 3/4 of the length. So just eyeballing the piece of card underneath where I've folded it over. Okay, and then I'm going to go with, let's line it up on here, see how that goes. So I'm going to go to about there, I think. So just mark that. And then getting me trimmer again. Oh. I'm just going to cut that off across there. Okay, like so. If you want to put a fancy edge on that piece, then feel free. It's entirely up to you. Now, again, I wanted this to look quite nice. So what I might do is put a strip of paper on the back there. Oh, I've got two pieces here. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just trying to find something that might be nice to go on there. Yeah, that would be lovely. But I'm just going to trim the edge off of there. Like so. Okay. So I'm just going to stick that down in there. That's just so the pocket's not so plain. Everything else is nicely decorated, so might as well do the pocket as well. So stick that in there. It's got a nice little border all the way around it. Take my bone folder and give that a push down, like so. And then this top is going to have to be stuck up the edges. So I'm just going to take my thin tip and just run it up the edges there, like that. Okay, and then fold that over. Make sure it's got a nice crease on it. Okay, and just give that a nice push down, like so. Okay, so that's that bit. And then I need another piece of paper to go on the front there. So what I might do, well, that's a bit thin, that piece. What's this piece like? Yep, I could use that. So again, what I'm going to do is cut a piece off the edge of there, about 1/8 of an inch. I just eyeballed it. Yep, that's enough for me. And then also what I'm going to do is just cut that about 1/8 of an inch shorter than the opening. Let's do the other side as well, because otherwise I'll end up cutting it wonky, knowing me. Put a little mark there as well. Okay, so I know where to cut from edge to edge. I'll just line that up on there, make sure that looks okay, which it does. So I'm going to take my glue and glue this in place. just like so. You would probably have a slightly bigger pocket than this if I had the right size pads to go in here, which I don't have at the moment, so that's why I'm just making this one. Okay, so I've just got that little pocket there, and that's just to allow your stamps to slide in there, so you can put a couple of strips of stamps in there for whoever you're making it for. And then I'm just going to glue the back of this around the edge, put a squiggle in the middle, make sure it holds down properly. And again with this, I've cut it so there's just about